Hey folks, Carl here and welcome to episode 1 of this all new build series. Okay folks, so episode 1 of this all new build series, and this first episode is going to be about what it is we're building. It's going to be an in-box review. So what are we making? We are making Tamiya's Matilda, the infantry tank. This is the Matilda Mark 3/4 Red Army, so it was repurposed by the Red Army. And so let's take a look at the box. So obviously it is the Matilda. It's 1/35 scale. It is kit number 355. Yeah, nice bit of box art on the front. Excuse the model sticker on the front of there. I've tried to get it off, but it won't come off. I actually won this on one of the Models for Heroes auctions last year, I think. So not a huge amount of detail on the box. We've got a little bit of box art on this side, and another different bit of box art on this side, and the two ends are exactly the same. So what are we getting inside the kit? So let's take a look. So we've got all the crinkly. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to get all this crinkly unpacked, and we shall take a look at what's going on inside the box. Talk to you in a moment. Okay, so first and foremost, before we look at the plastic, we are getting in the box some decals. Not a huge amount of decals, but then again, looking at the box art and stuff, there's not a whole lot of markings on this tank. So yeah, some decals, but not a huge amount. We've got a nice little single sheet leaflet here. Most of it is in Japanese, I think, but there is plenty in English. It looks like German and a few other languages, with a little bit of blurb all about the tank. So I'll read a little bit just to give you some sort of idea. So it says, in the support of the infantry, as it states on the front of the box, this was an infantry tank, so it was used to support infantry moving forward and into enemy positions. Okay, so it says, while the tank is undoubtedly one of the key components in a modern military, when the first prototypes appeared in the First World War, that role was still the infantry's domain. The nascent tank was there to support the foot soldiers. While its role would evolve greatly, British military doctrine still incorporates such infantry tanks into World War II. Okay, so this was actually a World War I tank. I didn't know that, but I do now. So the infantry tank, the Mark II Matilda, was developed based on a September 1936 specification for a heavily armoured tank. It fit the bill with armour up to 78mm on the front. That was all but impervious to guns of the day. It wouldn't last very long today, would it? While its 40mm 2-pounder gun was out without high explosive ammunition. Beep. Cut. Start again. While its 40mm 2-pounder gun was without high velocity explosive ammunition, it was deemed sufficient for infantry support. Between June 1938 and August 1943, 2,987 Matildas were produced. Okay, and it obviously had all sorts of upgrades and very many variants. So there's a little bit more information in there, so I am not going to read it all. So yeah, an interesting tank. Initially developed in World War I. That I didn't know. So yeah, a bit of blurb there. And then of course we are moving on to the instructions themselves. Standard instructions shows you the tools you're going to need, gives you the precautions and the things to watch out for. Things like don't eat it, things like that. So pretty standard to me instructions, starting with the lower hull, moving on to the wheels, moving on to all the bits and pieces that go on the lower hull. And moving on to the tracks. These are link tracks, I do believe. So I love doing tracks. I'm a bit weird like that. It moves on to the upper hull. Obviously, all the bits and pieces that go onto the upper hull. All the small details. And it flips over and it goes onto the upper turret and the gun. So And of course there is a figure with this, so we shall have a go at painting a figure. Not my forte, but we shall give it a whirl. And then it's got where the markings go. A few tips and hints on painting, applying decals, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not overly complicated instructions. So like I say, this is going to be our usual build method of any problems or anything like that. We will show it all on camera. So that is the blurb and the decals that come with the kit. We shall pause the video again here, and I'm going to get the plastic ready to take a look at the important bits. Okay, so talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, so first part is the upper hull and some grommets. These are probably for the wheels, but we shall find out more so when we actually come to start the build. So upper hull, yeah, it's obviously there's nothing on there at the moment. It is quite literally the upper hull. It was a pain in the backside to get out of the bag because it was coming out this way and these prongs kept catching on the bag. So careful when you take it out of the bag. There's a good chance you might bend something or rip it off. But yeah, the mold seems perfectly fine. Everything that is on there at the moment is sharp, crisp and clean. So yeah, upper hull. Okay folks, so the next sprue, we have 4 of the same. So we shall hide these 3 into the box, and I don't think you need any explanation of what this is. This is all the track. So 4 of the same, and it looks like there are links and guide horns to put on. So well, actually it looks like they're in 2 halves. Should be interesting. Lots of gluing. So yeah, no flash, nice sharp crisp mold. Should be fun. And where the sprue gates are joining onto the tracks, it should be nice and easy to clean up. So yeah, the links.
Turn loose your imagination by visiting the sprue box for your model making needs at www.spruebox.co.uk.
Okay folks, so next bag we are getting 2 of the same sprues, so we will get rid of this one. And on this one looks like we are getting some of the running gear. We've got some springs, got a few wheels, a few shackles and things like that. We've got the eyes for the tow ropes, and yeah, it looks like we've got the connectors for the wheels. Again, sharp, crisp mold, no flash, nice good detail, no issues or problems there at all. So yeah, looking like a normal Tamiya standard so far. Okay folks, next bag we are getting the side skirts. We've got the figure in here. Looks like we're actually getting a couple of figures, or a couple of choices of figures. We've also got whatever these are going to be. I think these are the inside of here. So again, the figure actually looks quite good. Plenty of detail. Again, zero flash. And the detail that is on the actual model itself, the bolts and the rivet marks and all that kind of stuff, looking really, really nice. Okay folks, so next bag, second to last bag. In here we are getting all of the smaller detail that actually attaches to the tank itself. We've got like the commander's copula here, and some of the covers for the engine, some stowage. That looks like blankets or things like that. A little bit more of the wheel assembly here. Yeah, and we've got the tools this end. Again, the detail is really, really nice. You've got some cast parts here. They've got all the cast detail on them. Looking really, really nice. So yeah, again, Nothing missing, no flash. Really crisp, sharp details. Okay folks, so last sprue, and this one we have the lower hull, we have the turret, and again bits and pieces that are dotted in and around the tank. So we've got the front cast part here as well, and again it's got all that cast detail on there, looking really nice. Again, absolutely zero flash. Rivet detail is superb. Yeah, looking really nice. I've got no complaints. It looks really good. Looking forward to actually starting this. So yeah, that is our last sprue. Okay folks, so there is everything back in the box, and yeah, Tamiya's Matilda Mark III Stroke 4 for the Red Army. This has been episode 1, and really looking forward to building this. So I hope you'll join me while we get this made up and built, and it should be a lot of fun. So there we go, and yeah, nothing else to add really. That's it folks. We shall see you in episode 2 where we start building this thing. So as always, be good, be safe, and most importantly, keep making models. And we'll see you next time. Ta-ta.